Good morning. Happy Friday. It is blue skies. Oh, you can see a partial moon. It is a little southeast. Looks really nice from where I'm sitting. Very surprising. I wasn't expecting that this morning. And it brings me up to today. Good morning. It is Friday the 13th. No, I'm kidding. It's Friday the 14th. I'm just here to share with you. Look at this. I had to grab it. This is my favorite cup here. And the other one's my favorite cup too, when this one's not around. We all have, everything we have is our favorite. I don't know why people are like tripping. Because when everything around existence is alive. I'm a Star Trek fan. And there's an episode of Star Trek that has Q. And when I look at reality and potential of where we're, evolving, if, evolution is a thing, there is a thing of de-evolution where you're high vibration spiraling down to low vibration. And that's a thing. We did it. We have experienced it to the lowest, and we're out. We're done. We're moving out of this soup of thick, strong energy, and we're now moving into Sagittarius, where there's more love. Love energy is a frequency, and we are it. We created it. You know what I mean? And there's a book that, everybody could read. Is The Power of Awareness, right? By Neville Goddard. And it's not, it's not crazy. You can read this in 2 minutes. No, I'm kidding. You don't want to rush through stuff anymore. You're on this channel, we're going to slow down. I know I talk fast, but so the first page, you got your contents. I'm not going to read this book. I'm here to have coffee and say good morning. TGI Friday, everybody. It is April 14th. It's Friday. I was trying to say there was an old show. I used to grow up, and they threw I think it's not a show, it's a movie. You have Friday the 13th. Everyone knows that one. And then felt like a Saturday Night Live thing where they made another one, which was Saturday the 14th. And that was fun. If you have a memory, you can remember that. So in this book, it's just going to help you understand. It's waking you up. There's no other way to say it. As my mom, I was like, how would you say? I'm pretty sure there is a word in a different language for awareness, but it's probably going to say wake up. And you can look at the definition. It probably just says wake up. And there's 27 chapters. But to start it off, the first one is I am. It's just telling you, hey, you are it. You are your universe. I told my girlfriend at the time, man, I feel like we're just like a light, like a pure, you can't even tell how big it is, how small it is. But from when I'm looking at it, it doesn't look that big. Excuse me. But when you zoom in, what is big? It's massive. It's like a sun, but it's not a sun. It's a little longer. It's bright, it's like really, and then it just has this little middle. It is not a cross. But it does have a Tennessee look. Anyway, so I think we look like we have this really faint ring. If you're picturing it in 2D, a dot, and then 3D would be like a very thin layer. And it is what it is. Anyway, so you create your imagination of what you think you are, of what your existence, because when I don't know, I don't even know how to explain half the stuff I know. It's kind of like you're being debriefed. I don't want to make these things long either. They're fun, but they're too long. One topic. So now you know who you are. You're here, determined. Airport's gonna move because it just kind of makes sense. You wake up in the morning, you wanna enjoy. Some places, man. Even my older brother was talking yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, he was telling me, because I'm talking about, and this is fictitious. This is not. This is if you don't know what satire, sarcasm, British humor. I mean, humor. All right, you gotta know these things. Discern difference. Get a book of origin, word origins. I bought a couple because some words aren't in every book. Because if they are and they're written different, then it's a copy paste, right? What is real? People are making money off the same thing, same words. Two different books, different color. I don't know. Sometimes things are the same, sometimes things are different. Depends on what your meaning in life is. What is your concept, your perception, your... keep using these words over and over and ask questions. And I don't care how old you are, you're doing it forever, for your existence. And treat it like a child's mind, of curiosity. And when you with your significant other, you want to have you just want to have understanding. All right, so I am. The second one is consciousness. What is consciousness? So we already know who you are. Are you a god? Does that fear you because you have the potential to do anything? And it's almost like when you have nothing to hide and you just say, all right, here's all my passwords. And you know what? The things you worry about people read will probably look at it and go, oh, whatever, and then read the next one and whatever, and the next one, and you're like, did you see that one? They'll say, yeah, I saw it, whatever. Nothing? And you're the one that's creating the problem. And we're our worst judgment. So our consciousness, I think maybe that could be it. We're maybe our voice inside us is very patient, and sometimes we listen to it and we hear it how we think we hear it. 'Cause sometimes you could do something where someone's just trying to remind you, and and your voice is like, yeah, you kind of got it, and then you get mad going, man, everybody's on my ass, and you're by yourself. All right. Third one is power of assumption. Power of assumption is a very strong word. It can get you in trouble. It can create manifestations. Trouble. Let's look at that one. Yeah, but we're gonna look in a good way, a fun way of trouble. Young kids getting into trouble. They're manifesting their wills and their desires. When we were growing up, we used to think we could do anything, and we could. Imagine if you had that flow state and you got it, and you're just making anything happen, and then you hit a wall. It's that one person who's like, you can't do that. Why? That's the universe. The universe just wants to make sure you're on your toes, thinking, can you do that? The assumption, do it until you can't. You can't walk here. You assume you could. So you manifested, man, look at that beautiful thing. I need a closer look. And you walk, you're manifesting it. And you walk closer, and there you are, looking at it, until somebody comes up and say, hey, you can't be here. So you leave. So that is consciousness. Using your I am, who is this potential of a God. Imagine God said, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity, and you're going to have your own safe space where nothing can be destroyed. Nothing can be weak. It looks like it because, hocus pocus, right? I need coffee to focus. You just focus on stuff. You are an I am. You have your consciousness, and then you have the power of assumption to create what you want, and then it falls into your desires. If you can have your desires, imagine everybody right now just woke up in the morning, seed nugget. You wake up in the morning, it's silence. A couple birds in the air, you're like, wow. Hear how quiet that is? The airport's moved. All right, maybe we can have desires. And I think to start out is to create a new airport, as luxury and amazing, and has a nice, bridge like how we have it here. And you kind of have to design it where, people need to focus. And once you have that focus, I already know how it looks. You want me to tell you the future? Close your eyes. I just pictured it. It just I don't even know where it was. This is, I guess, channeling in real time. Everyone's talking about a beautiful thing that needs to happen. So this is what it's going to look like. There's going to be an amazing, beautiful hub that I believe Elon's going to do some boring technology where certain traffic is going to be there. There's going to be another level, like 2 levels of it, to keep an artery flowing. 'Cause freeways are like arteries, and if we can figure out to make the artery not have California traffic, that would be amazing. Autonomous cars should be leading the way in figuring that out. You know, it's not complicated. Above that would be a Penn Station Central hub, and then there would be another one that would conveniently take you right to the McCarran Wahlberg Studios, where, like a bullet, well, not a decently traveled system. I mean, think about it. We're gonna be in the future, right? So what else can we do? We're moving out of combustible to autonomous electrical, and then that would be the Harry Reid International Airport hub. So the airport will be quiet like this, and you know, you would be surprised how amazing things would be if we could find a better way to alert people. Think of Avatar when man, I haven't watched that movie in so long, I can't even remember names. Where she is yelling at Jack Sully about you're like a baby making all this noise. Airport's making a lot of noise. I hear ambulances just wailing. You want us to, jump into a DMV payment thing? Well, then give everybody a little alert thing, right? And it would be a GPS. Everything's been tracked, right? Well, screw it. Let's just grow up and willfully put a little in an alert box where if there's something that needs to be alerted, it can have a color. There's a color thing. Very nice color. Very soft, where it's green, everything's good. When it's getting yellow, meaning you're slowly getting congestion, subconsciously we would train ourselves to kind of like slow down a little bit. The signal lights should be the same way. It should be an organic flow. Man, you've seen India? Those guys look like blood arteries. It's the scariest thing. And I imagine there's never an accident over there. But if you watch that, it's amazing. I'm gonna stop there with those 4 things, because I am conscious, powerful, using assumption, and you get your desires. There's just those 4 chapters right there can help you manifest your desires, your dreams, make it real. Like in that other book, it has to be real in reality creation. And when I say real to you, if you're like a DIYer and you know how to, you got a mindset where you can create things like wood, or people who do clay, you can actually literally make anything out of nothing. So you would network with people like that. I have a friend of mine, Zach from California. He's a really good modeler, and I always have ideas, and I'm going to ask him to help me make something for the channel. But I feel sometimes like the character from Golden Boy. If you guys watch anime, I'm gonna be 48. My mother's birthday is tomorrow, and April 15th, tax time. Go figure that. I hope everybody's up to date with your willful loyalty of submitting to something you really don't have to. And I hope people could get that seed nugget. You don't have to pay taxes. Trump said it to you, and it is a hocus pocus. So get focused. You don't have to pay taxes. You know, if you have an income, if we're at war, you know, there's, and it's a company. It's not a government entity. It's a company. There's nothing in their book that says, you know, that they are required. You're required to do anything. You know, I want you to understand this. You know, God's law, your law, existence. Do unto others what you want done unto you, and believe in yourself. Those are the only two things. You know, even the Bible states it. You know, if you had to do the 10 Commandments, you can do it. You can do it, you know, for a day, 2 days. That's enough, you know. But if you can do 2 every day, forever, do unto others they want done unto you, and believe in yourself, you know, believe in God. You are, let's say you're God. You're this is your universe, you know. You can make it as great as you want, or you can make it as bad as you want. And you're the only one doing it. That's it. So you are, I am. We have consciousness. You know, when I say consciousness is like within minutes, people only can, you know, focus within minutes. It's a real thing. If you can see where you are in a day, that's some serious stuff. And you know, I used to think a bit of how long could I remember things back to back, you know, as a game. Someone was doing that with my mom, you know, just to make sure she, you know, she's doing okay with her memory. She's almost 80, and she has a really good memory. And I will record video with my mom so that my children and their children's children could see us, and they'll go, oh, wow, this is when our family got on board the internet YouTube train. And we shared our stories, and we made it real. It wasn't some kind of things where we're just, you know, pushing buttons for no reason. The book is The Power of Awareness. I will find a link and put it in my what I'm doing, and share it. I think it was like, it's not even $10. If you can invest $10 with you and a friend for lattes, you can buy this one book, and it should be something you would want to read, you know, as much as you can, you know, every year, and just keep it around. That's why it looks the way it does. It's been, and I just kind of got it, and I really, when I went on vacation, everyone needs a vacation. Whether it's a mini, whether it's just by yourself for a day, and you don't tell anybody, you just do it for you, and that's okay. And you know, I'm speaking to, you know, to all my friends, my family, myself, my children, my exes, my anyone who see these videos, to my brother, you know, Paul, my sister, you know, especially my mom, you know, she doesn't know. She's like, he sits there and yaps. Well, my vision is nothing other than making time to share and create a record. Maybe I'll have all these copies and put it in a little box and save it, so when the world gets zapped and there's nothing, the internet's gone and everyone's like, what do we do? I go, I got this box that I had in a, you know, Faraday cage, and it survived some flash. It's got a computer in it, and I have some batteries, and I know it has solar, and you can turn it on, and it has a screen, and you can rewatch it, and you can write things down. What is precious? Maybe our memory of awareness is precious. What is value? Maybe that should be the future of our monetary system, you know, because money, what is money? It's fake. It's just numbers on a screen. Where does it come from? You know, manifest I'll have 3 million in 3 years, so that I can set trusts for all my kids and my funds for the parents of my kids to have a trust, and their futures are secured, because it's really not about money. It's about, you were born on a planet, you shouldn't be forced to pay anything. So I'm going to make these things. I have it all written out, and the papers just need to be filed. And this is my way of giving back, because I haven't been as much as I would love to, in my life with my children. And it's it's not easy. It's something we deal with, and we want us to have good lives. We want things to be happy. So I say things truthful, so that people, when they look at it, they go, "Oh wow, that's a very deep thing." Because if I can share hard things, you can share hard things, and then people understand where you're at, and not feel pity for you, because I don't need pity. I feel good, That's why I put these out, so maybe they'll sneak and watch and be like, "Oh," and I'll make. I got a lot of different ones, I have some that I am talking, and for whatever reason, when I take it from an unlisted to, it changed the date to today. So, I'm learning. I would love for YouTube to change that and say when it was posted or uploaded, when it was posted, when it was unlisted, was it ever put in private, was, put some numbers, just to, sometimes a little extra data in certain areas help for bigger things for the future, because it just gives people an opportunity to see how things work in the inside. And we do create magic, and we do manifest every day. So have a great morning, even though you get these in the afternoon. I'm working on it. I have my sleeping is not correct right now. For whatever reason, I can't sleep until almost 3-4 o'clock. Not 4. That's way too late. I'm really forcing myself to sleep. So when you're on a mission, and you just gotta go with the flow. And yesterday, I don't remember half of it because I was just doing stuff. You have to just allow the body. The body's tired, so the body's doing stuff now. So I'm gonna allow it to. I've been training it. My voice has been training this body for years. So let's see what it can do, right? Joe Rogan said it. This is the hero's story, and there's only up and out. And if we can move to the airport and make our world a better place, and just put a little thought and some love, and everyone woke up with everything they wanted, and the feeling of love and the feeling of happiness, and you get the book, you read it, you got your who are you? Consciousness. Remember, these are very important things. The power of assumption. You can, if you just YouTube some of these topics, your life's going to change if you really just say, I'm going to do this for 21 days. 21 days to make a habit. That is a good thing. This is an example of just showing up to the gym. You just show up and then do a little bit and leave. That's what, 21 days means. The full thing is it's 21 days to create a habit, but it can be up to a year. So don't beat yourself up. If it's hard, it means your body is not aligned to it. Find something similar to it. Maybe you just got to learn a technique from it. For the men who are watching this and don't get it, I'm going to give you an example. Think of the Superman push-up. We can all do it. You can't do it right now because you have to. You gotta work out. So it is a calisthenic push-up. It's not a normal push-up where you push up your entire body. Can we all do it? Yep. Women and men can do it. And if you can do that as your fitness goal, you don't have to worry about how many do I got to do this. You just got to learn how to do that push-up. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn it. I'm 48. I should be able to do it within 3 years. I'm not going to stress myself out. And that's what life is. You pick a date and you tell others and you try to do it. And a sin is when you don't do it. Evo Goddard said it. A sin is when you said you want to do something and you don't do it. So take time every day to get to know you and find out how far you can get a way of manifesting. And that's the meaning of life. We're all here in our own personal simulated bubble. My version of my simulated bubble is to move the airport and make it into a give back McCarran's name. And Wahlberg wants to make something. Let's give him a spot. There's a lot of spot. Think about moving all of the FedEx, UPS, and put it down through Harry Reid and make it a hub and use the boring to create the tunnels. And then the airport down south, Prim, would be where they land. It just covers it up, and the current traffic just goes into tunnels. Then you put a layer of bullet trains, and then above that you have subway. You can do this. Don't look at me like I'm talking crazy, because in New York we have this, and in LA we have this. The rest of the world is getting modified, and we're too busy. What are we doing with the 30 trillion, 20 trillion, or wherever we are in trillion debt? Let's, fix some things, and there should be super trains coming from east to west. You should be able to cross the country in these super trains in an hour, 2 hours. You just gotta, dude, we're that smart. We have that skill. We don't do it because no one talks about it. So this channel, I am and will be a figure here in the city where people can look at me and say, yeah, I know who this guy is. And when my videos pop up in the future, I'll be out there in the streets doing the work. And that's what we're here. We're here to do the work. I don't want to do a 9-to-5 job. I don't. That's why I work for Sight and Sound. And she's giving me, I'm blessed. She gives me a lot of work. And if everyone would just allow everyone to have an opportunity to just grow, 3 years, I say what I'm saying. Everyone should do that. You put it into one mega trust. You add a life insurance. JR, when you get here, we're going to talk about that. And that's it. Everyone does it. You create a whole life. And my older brother said he doesn't do that because I think the company we were in wanted to do a different way. When you live in a world where everything's about money, someone's always thinking about how can I get my cut. Stop doing that. People think I'm doing that, and I'm not. I'm just talking about ideas, and then if money happens, then I'm ready. That's all I'm not here to steal anyone's idea. I'm here to give you ideas, and I'm here for you to do it. If I say something, don't think, oh, I don't want to take your idea. It's not my idea. If it's something you're doing and you talk about it, I'll be like, oh, what about this? I don't want to do your business. I was a web design guy where people came up to me and said, hey, I need a website, and I would build them a website, and they would say it's not done. I'm like, what do you want? Here's how you access. No, I'm paying you to do it. I'm like, you're paying me to build you the outside and content. It's not how it is today, where you could push a button and move some stuff and you're done, and you have background floating coding. You had to manually do it. We had tables. It was old school. So I I was like my mechanic. How much is to fix this? $600. He just spit a number, and that's what I did. I spit a number, people paid it, and I gave them exactly the same thing. Some people were like, it's not done. I don't write your content. You're not paying me to write content. And when I was back then, I didn't know how to explain that. And so I wrote out a whole, contract that explained all these other things, and people didn't read. And I'm not going to do business with people who didn't read. I have people who did read and go, oh, okay, I saw it here, I didn't see that. Okay, you got me there. And I'm like, I don't know. And sometimes it's time. I mean, I'm available on email, and my goal is, when you send me something, I want to send it right back to you. And when I send it right back to you, I need is it ready or is it not ready? And you need to stop procrastinating, because a lot of people, when they call me, I'll sit with them. And when I sit with them, they're telling me their dreams, and I'm giving them the way to get there. But if they don't take action, but they want me to sit there for free. But, when I say, hey, I got to start charging because, I got to put gas in my car because I don't have a clock in, clock out. This is my clock in, clock out. Sometimes I don't even make $1 because they don't have money, and they're not being truthful. They talk to me like they're a baller, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to believe you, and they're going to tell me their dream, and it's baller dream, and I get it. So when I tell them, okay, this is what you got to do, they're like, okay, and then they disappear. And they don't do it. I just see a bird sitting here enjoying life, and then he just poops. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm pooping on people's dreams, and they just say, well, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. You think business owners know how to do everything? They know how to do some things, and then they find people to just cover what they're doing so they can replace them, so they can start finding the rest. And that's what I'm doing with Jody. We're building teams. And share this video to the valley. I'm looking for DJs. I'm looking for management. I'm looking for videographers. I'm looking for cater, ballroom, everything. Locations. So much. And I feel like I have little time. But I have all the time in the world. Why? Because I have the awareness of perspective, and I'm awake. My days can be real long in a good way, or it can be real long in a bad way. It's all about perspective. If it starts feeling like it's getting bad, then change it. Just walk away, go to the bathroom, take a couple deep breaths, and say, this ain't real. Nothing's real. We are creating this nonsense. You read these books. This is one perspective. Another book. This Dispenza. Another perspective. Lee Carroll. Another perspective. He channels Cryon. I am a spiritual being experiencing a human existence on this planet. And how dare you charge people to live here? So we're playing your game until we can do it our way. And it took me till now to just, I don't know. Get your routine. Be the best person you can be. I love you guys. I love Vegas. I love Nevada. I love America. I love the planet. I love every country. I love everybody. I love every person. Everyone, just wake up and just tell yourself, I'm not upset at anyone. Even people you are upset with, that pissed you off yesterday, just let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. If I gotta be the preacher, the cheerleader for a little bit, let it go. We could do it. I have friends that are telling me I gotta go through this mental thing, and I'm like, okay. They don't talk on the phone. Okay. I just tell them, watch the video from the beginning and the end. If you don't understand it, rewind it. And just it's not about my content. What am I really talking about? I'm just here. I feel like I'm just here to say, hey guys, what's up? And whatever happens, happens. And we're enjoying life. We're enjoying this beautiful planet every day. And it's up to you to explore it. And Elon is what everyone should be doing. He's one person. He's just a guy with a vision, getting people together. And he's showing his worth, his value. You know, everyone's is a hidden billionaire that can go out. You know, if everyone would stop playing the crap game in a bucket and just help everyone get out. Look at ants, man. These dudes just get together and they make a line and they'll climb out of we create our own reality. We are the observer. We're observing this reality. And I love it. It's so surreal. It's, you know, coffee is such an amazing accident. Some guy saw sheep going nuts. Like, what's wrong with these things? Oh, no, wait, that was cocaine. Whatever. Have a great day, you know, and thank you for sharing an hour, wow, with me. And it is my morning, and make it your morning, even if it's the afternoon. You know, it's morning somewhere. And if it's, you know, 1 o'clock in the morning or, you know, 8 o'clock at night, it's morning somewhere. So if you're ready to get to work in your graveyard, then this is your morning. Vegas is a 24-hour city. And if you can't get that, you come here and you visit, you know what? Come here to budget. Spend money, entertainment, tip. You'll understand that when you can really automate that. And tipping is your love energy. Money is just a piece of paper with writing. So if you don't have money, listen to what I'm saying. If you don't have money, take a piece of paper and give them a seed nugget of love, and tell them you're amazing and how great you appreciate them. And that person might need that, and they'll reflect. And that's a tip, you know. And sometimes, you know, it's not about money, you know. We all can make money. We manifest our budget every day when it's on a flow. And people who don't like their coworkers, you have to stop too, because, you know, they're just like you. They're just in a bus trying to get to point A to point B. And find a way to enjoy their presence, and you might really like them, you know. Your assumptions is what puts you in a category. So if you can remove these assumptions and just put everybody in a chat room with weird names and nobody knows who they are, and just start talking, and then get to know these weird character names, you know. Every office should have a Facebook chat, or maybe I'll invent one, a chat for a way to get people together. You're not allowed to have, it has a different name every time you log in, and a different character. AI could do it, right? And it's just a way for people to just talk, you know, nothing hateful. And when people could just relate, that's all it is. And know that these are the same people in your group. It could be your boss. I had a friend that said, man, my boss hates me. And I said, they don't hate you. And he's like, oh, it's like, stop. They don't hate you. They're just not focused on you. They got too many other things going on. Do what they're saying and just love it. And then they did it. They found a way to love what they're saying. And then they one day they said, hey, I'm sorry I've been hard on you. I just got a lot of going on. And then they finally connected after 2-3 years. So people aren't your enemy. The moon disappeared. Oh, it's over there. And the airport is in the process of getting a brother. McCarran Airport, it might get its name back. You know, they voted it. Let's re-vote. And let's vote for an airport. Isn't that how you manifest stuff? Let's do that. So I don't want to say it because I have to do it. So I'll say it. Maybe I'll do a petition. I said maybe. And if I got one, maybe it's newsworthy, right? Could be that seed nugget. And then people have an opportunity to make this the Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. Dubai can't take it. Sorry. We have it. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And if we can give everybody an opportunity, and we have Tesla mega factories being built, we'll figure out how to have the Tesla frequency radio transmission